result, some of the lawmakers are already proposing legislation in the state that could take certain protections away from those who want to continue protesting. So there's a new bill, a bill that state GOP Representative Keith Kempenich introduced, and it would exempt drivers from liability if they accidentally hit a pedestrian. Now, he's been very honest about his intentions regarding this bill. He said that it does have to do with protesters, and he specifically wants to ensure that if protesters are blocking roads and drivers accidentally hit them, well, they don't have to worry about any liability there.
Is that accidentally hit them or accidentally hit them?
I mean, I think we know the answer to that.
No, I think that it's, even the people who support him, I think, will agree what the answer is. Because he said that it's if they accidentally, quote, punch the accelerator rather than the brakes.
Yeah.
So that means not just like, hey, they came out of nowhere and I swerved and I hit the brakes, but I couldn't hit the brakes in time, and my God, I hit them, but they jumped out into the middle of the highway. You can understand that, right? And people would say, oh, okay, I can see that, but hey, you probably don't want to put that in a bill because that might then encourage some people to hit folks on the road, right?
Shalom. This is Brother Shammai. I want to start giving all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you soldiers out there pushing the word with sincerity and truth. This is a continuation, but this is part 2. This is protesting number 2 on the left-hand side. The first protesting that I get the video on is protesting number 1 on the right-hand side, which is the positive side. Okay? But the second protesting is on the left-hand side, how it's in vain, how it's wicked. When our people call themselves protesting, it's vanity, it's useless, it's worthless. Okay? So I want to just go over a couple of scriptures because as you see in the video, they have a new law on one of the laws was HR 347. Okay? And that's containing one of the, if a protester was out there protesting, they could get hit by a car and quote unquote, the driver can be exempt. You know what I'm saying? He won't be considered to be guilty. Alright? So my breakdown is to show you that the 2/3 of the people of the nation of Israel is protesting for vanity. It's worthless. Okay? And that's wicked. Because the only thing you should be protesting for is going back to protesting number 1 on the right-hand side. And the right-hand side is out there doing the work, laboring, and preaching about Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. That's protesting 1 on the right-hand side. Okay? Because the only way you're going to be protected and be safe and get out of this is through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, which is Yahweh's Son, and being protected under his umbrella, especially in these last days. You know, you niggas is going to see that your trust in this system is vanity, is useless. Okay, let's get to the scriptures. Psalms 34:22. Psalms 34:22. The Lord redeemed the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. Right. So the Lord redeems the ones that trust in him. And those who trust in him, that goes back to protesting number one on the right-hand side. They're going to be protected. Okay? Anything outside of that, calling yourself protesting, is vanity. That's going to be on the left-hand side, which is wicked. Go Isaiah 30, verse 2. Isaiah 30, verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right, to trust in the shadow of Egypt. To trust in the shadow of Egypt is trusting in the system, which is America. Because America is Egypt, America is Rome. Okay, so trusting the shadow in that is in Egypt is not believing on Yahweh Shah, trusting in this system. Okay, and the next scripture is verse 3. Let's go to verse 3. Therefore shall thy strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Right, you trusted in Pharaoh, believing in Pharaoh instead of believing in the Most High. Okay? That's protesting too. On the left-hand side. Wicked. Okay? It's going to bring you to your destruction. But that's trusting in Egypt, which is America, is modern-day Egypt. Okay? Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right. When you people are protesting on the left-hand side, it's confusion. It's going to come to nothing. Okay? The Black Panthers tried it. Okay? It came to nothing. Okay? What did Gamil say? In the scriptures, he said, I believe he said, if these men be the men of God, of the Most High, you can't stop it. So be careful, because if you try to stop it, you'll be going against the Most High yourself, and that would bring damnation. But if it's not of the Most High, it's going to come to nothing. Okay? That's just forbidden off the top. Alright? Now, Psalms 10. Let's go to Psalms 10. Because the reason why I bring out Psalms 10, because the prophet's been out there from day one, from the beginning of times, telling you the things that's supposed to take place. Like we're telling you now on the streets what's supposed to take place. But you don't listen. Okay? You trust in Egypt. You trust in the things of Egypt. You don't think about the Most High. Only time you people think about the Most High, and I'm not talking about the other nations, I'm talking about the nation of Israel. Okay? I can't say the elect, because the elect already going to hear this word. They're going to attain it. They're going to manifest it. How do you manifest it? You're going to be out on the highway and byway preaching the gospel, the good news, to wake up the other elect. Okay? Which was predestined, Salakia, which was predestined from the beginning of time to do this work. Alright? Psalms 10. Let me go to Psalms 10. So, the prophet's been telling you this from the beginning of time, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel, excuse my language, say fuck it. We gotta get it now. We don't give a fuck about the Most High. We don't believe in the prophets, because that's why they're the 2/3. Okay? Let's go to 10. I'm going to start at, this is Psalms chapter 10, verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Right, you can't trust this devil. You can't trust what this devil tells you. This devil is a liar, and you continue believing in him. That's why I say, when I read the other scripture, when it says, you trust in Egypt. You think Egypt, which is America, is going to get you out. But it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He's covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? Okay? That's the international bankers. They are the rulers right now. Until our time is coming up. Okay, you can't trust in them, but that's what the prophet's been telling you from the beginning of time. Okay, that's what the Lord sent to the prophets to tell you. Believe in me, I'll get you through. And I'm glad this man, Donald Trump, this devil, Donald Trump, is causing havoc. Because none of you niggas never believed in the Most High. You always believed in the system. You always believed in the man, the devil, the man. You never believed in what the Most High tells you. You wanted to do your own thing. And that's what some of the brothers that was among us, you wanted to do your own thing. You don't believe. You don't want to fellowship with the brother, with the brothers. You want to do your own thing. You trust in Egypt. Okay? His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. How can you believe in a man like that? Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He lies. He lies. He sit in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places does he murder the innocent. Who's the innocent? The innocent is the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latin and Native Americans. That's the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. We're the poor. He lie in wait secretly as a lion is in his den. He lie in wait to catch the poor. We're the poor. That he lie in wait and to trap us. He does catch the poor when he draw him into his net. His net is his traps. Okay? He crouch and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. That's it. So I bring these scriptures out. Psalms 10 is because you believe in this devil. That's your God. You know what I'm saying? And you believe in this system. And this system is going to bring you to shame. This system is your downfall. Okay? That's why I say protesting, number 2, on the left-hand side, it brings you vanity. Psalms 10 is telling you the description and the characteristics of the wicked, which is the so-called white man, that's killing you from the beginning of time, all the way back from Cain and Abel, to Jacob and Esau, good versus evil, the yin and the yang. Okay? Because the Lord preparing you to tell you to trust in him. But you ain't gonna get nowhere in protesting for this other shit. If you want to protest and you want to fight the fine fight for the scriptures. Fight the fine fight of following the direction of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, who was a beautiful example for us to follow. Alright? Next scripture is Isaiah chapter 1. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 1. Isaiah chapter 1. This is what the Lord said. This is one of my favorites. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 29. I know I always say that. This is one of my favorites, right? Isaiah chapter 1, verse 29. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 29. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which they have desired, and you shall be confounded for the garden that you have chosen. Right. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks, your leaders. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the leaders of Israel, this is twofold, and even the leaders of this system. Okay? You're going to be ashamed that you trust and you believed in them, in these oaks, these leaders, these mighty men. Okay? What you have desired. And you should be co-founded for the gardens that you have chosen. Okay? And that word garden goes back to heathen worship. And let me back that up. Heathen worship in Isaiah 65 and 3. Let's go to Isaiah 65 and 3 to back that up. Isaiah 65 and 3. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick. Right. Okay? That's heathen worship. That's why, what's that scripture say? The temple of the Lord are these, when there's none of those. The temple of the Lord starts with the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And the power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay? So, what is it? Isaiah 65 verse 3? And it says, a people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens. That's heathen worship. Muslim. Okay? So-called Roman Catholic. And our job is to spread this gospel Catholic. Because the word Catholic means universal. Okay? So this gospel must be spread universal. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick. Right. I did a video on incense. And incense, we use that to praise the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But the heathen nation use that to praise their other gods. Okay, as well. Alright? In Isaiah 66:17. So those gardens is heathen worship. What's Jeremiah 10? I'll read that. Isaiah 66, verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, says the Lord. See? All right? So that's in the gardens. And that's heathen worship. And that, to go with that, is Jeremiah chapter 10. I'm going to get that real quick. Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed in them. For the custom of the people are vain, right? That protesting what you're doing is in vain. Okay? For one cut a tree out of the forest, the work of the hand of the workmen with the axe. Okay? So they make their own gods. They make their own shit up. You know what I'm saying? Which is in vain. This protesting that y'all niggas is doing is in vain. That's why it's on the left-hand side. It's wicked. It's evil. Okay? And that's what you get for trusting in the oaks. Your leaders. So-called leaders of today. Which goes to what? Precept. Revelations chapter 13 and go to verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay? What's that image? That image of the beast? What is that image? Alright? What is that image? That image, let me read that again. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay? That image is the system. And that system goes with what? That image is this system. And that system goes with NATO, EU, okay? And that system, symbolically speaking, is married to what? The RFID chip. They go hand in hand. The RFID chip and the system, they're married together. They joint together, okay? So you trust in the system. So usually if you trust in the system, you're going to get that RFID chip. But I just wanted to bring that out. because you trust in the oaks and in the gardens, and the oaks is your mighty leaders. So if you trust in the oaks, which is your leaders, the mighty men, that means you trust in the image, which in the image is that system, is this system of things. And these system of things goes to what? It's connected with the RFID chip. Okay? So most likely, if you trust in the system, you're gonna get that RFID chip. Alright? So Isaiah, you go back to Isaiah chapter 1. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 29. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks, your mighty ones, your leaders, which you have desired, which you pick, who you trust in, who you love. Okay? And you shall be confounded for the garters that you have chosen. Okay, those garters, the heathen worship, maybe the heathen worship can go back to your religion, different. Now, I wouldn't say religion, because religion means worship. But according to the society, religion means different denominations. Okay, so your different denominations, your garters, worshiping the different denominations is vanity, because they don't speak the truth. What does it say in here, verse 30? For you shall be as an oak whose leaf fade, and as a garden that has no water. You're going to be dry. Okay? And the strong shall be as a towel, as a toe, and the maker of it as a spark. You hear that? And they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them. Destruction. So protest 2 on the left-hand side. In vanity, it's going to lead to desolation, destruction. Okay? So all that protesting don't mean shit. All you do is wasting your time. What you need to do, come back to your nationality. Wait. First, you need to meditate according to the Lord's name, Yahweh, and His Son's name, Yahweh. Okay? You need to come back to your nationality, and you need a great teachers. Okay? So in other words, you need to come to Great Millstone to get this truth. You know what I'm saying? And the truth will set you free. So all that protesting, stop that shit. You want to protest something? Protest in these scriptures. Protest the gospels. Come back to your nationality. Call on the names, the Lord's name, Yahweh, and His Son's name, Yahweh Shah. Fight the fine fight. Go out and labor to work on the highways and byways. That's the true protesting. This protesting, number 2, on the left-hand side, is vanity. Triple D. Death to the 2/3. Death to America. Destruction to America. And diligency. Pushing this word with sincerity and truth on the highways and byways. To all you Akim, stay strong. Knuckle up. Shalom.